coming. Good morning on what is a mild, bright and sunny day. It is Monday the 27th of February. I've got a nice hot cup of tea and I've got a bag of things to unbag and show you, because yesterday I was at the Dudley Bug Ball, which is a little convention here in the Midlands. Takes place in the historic town of Dudley in the Black Country, literally below Dudley Castle and Dudley Zoo, at the Station Hotel, which is quite a nice venue, and by all accounts one of the most haunted hotels in the country. So I suppose there was sort of like 40-50 people there on the day. I was there yesterday. It was a 2-day affair, and I spent the day chatting to friends and catching up, and there was a second-hand dealer there. So of course I did peruse the shelves and I did make some other purchases. So let's find out what I've got in here. So the last thing that happened to me there was, just to say, I won an item in the raffle, which doesn't often happen, but this is what I won, which is a copy of Land of the Rising Sun, Adventure and Honor in the Feudal Japan, which is published by Britannia Games, and it's for Chivalry and Sorcery, and it's by the gaming legend that is Lee Gold. It's an update of the original from the late 70s for Chivalry and Sorcery, like first or second edition. So yeah, I was quite pleased to have won that. So what else did I get? There is the Rogue Traded Game Master Kit. Now, this is not for me, this is for a friend in the States. This is for Scott, so that will be going to him at some point soon. And the other thing I did buy, because I've actually, for a change, on a bit of a budget, was Section D, Espionage Role-Playing in a World on the Brink of War, The Secret Files of Espionage of Section D, which is a Savage Worlds campaign setting, of pulp action and espionage, incredible tales of daring adventure, kind of sort of like Indiana Jones, but against the Nazis and the occult, in the sort of like in the very late 30s. It's sort of a period that's kind of been done before. If you think about something like I can't remember, essentially the mecha game from DreamPod 9, which was sort of like, more sort of like Panzers on legs sort of thing, was aiming for that, but didn't quite hit that target. But I think this might do a whole lot better. And then because it's a period rife for adventure and tension and excitement, and you've got outright villains in the form of the Nazis and to a certain extent the Bolsheviks or the Soviets during the period, because you've got the tensions between the extreme left and the extreme right during this period as well. So also the other things I picked up were the Dungeons & Dragons adventure game, Adventure Begins Here. This is the starter set for the 3rd edition. But that's not all. That is not all. Picked up a couple of things I've kind of not really seen, and this is Dungeons & Dragons adventure game. The adventure begins now, includes everything you need to play. This is part of the silver anniversary period for TSR, so we're talking 1999, when you had the reprints of Return to the Keep of the Borderlands, Liberation of Jeff, White Plume Mountain, and so on, all done on these really nice silver trade dress. And also at the same time you had the anniversary box set, the silver anniversary box set, which has got some limited edition, like it's got like L3 in it, which is the only time that adventure has appeared, as well as some classic other adventures. So yeah, I will be interested to review that as kind of part of that series if I get to it. So yeah, that would be interesting to do like a silver anniversary series as well. So it's a bit damaged, but you know, I don't mind, because it's going to be interesting to unbox and interesting to do a proper review of at some point. And last but not least, I got this, the Introduction to Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, which I've not seen. Now this really does rattle, and I'm kind of reluctant to open it, but essentially what you've got in here comes with a CD. Now this is this period when TSR was kind of experimenting with CDs, and they did some interesting things with kind of storytelling elements with the CDs. They tried to use them as introductory means of introducing the role playing to the audience and so on. And this has also got like a so I'm going to be a bit clever here. So I'm going to do. So you can just see there. I'm not going to tip it any further because I don't want to spill anything. Because you know, I've done enough videos where I've spilled things on the floor. So that's all complete, and I've never seen this. But these sort of come out of a period from TSR when they were, if you've read Slaying the Dragon, it's sort of like the history book of the later period, the second half of TSR's history, then this is the time when they were desperately trying to find starter set after starter set or introductory product which would break through. So they briefed several of those, and they're really interesting. I mean, they don't really. I mean, it's sort of interesting to see what was different between them, what what worked, what they did, and you had the big black box for the Dungeons and Dragons Basic Edition, and also First Quest. First Quest is probably the most well-known one because it was the real one of the ones that really introduced use the CD as a format to introduce role playing. So yeah, some interesting things here. I'm looking forward to digging into these, and I had a really great time at Dudley Bug Ball, really catching up with people I know in the hobby, and meeting someone new who was quite complimentary about my reviews, which was nice, and yeah, and you know, also the bus journey back there and back, because it's a bit of a lengthy bus journey, was great for reading time. So I was able to read the next book I'm going to review. So yeah, this is a big pile of things I brought back to review at some point. You know, who knows when, but you know, it will keep you busy. And the nice thing about Dudley Bug Ball at the moment, at the end, it did come. There was a toast essentially to missing friends. You know, I think the industry has lost a few people recently, certainly the last year, certainly the last couple of weeks or so on, and they'll all be greatly missed. So yeah, this is my haul. I say my haul. This is my selection of interesting things I brought back. And so I want to thank Steve Turner and his wife for organising the Dudley Bug Ball. They've been doing it since over 20 years now, you know, apart from a couple of gaps. And it's a nice event if you can get out to it. It's Dudley's, not the easiest of places to get to. It's not the most central, but the venue is nice, and it's really kind of relaxed. And really rather nice. Anyway. Thanks again for watching another unboxing, or I should say another unbagging in the Nook. If you've enjoyed this one, please do click on the like button down below, and of course if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxings in the Nook, where you will typically see me out here with a box or package from which I will extract a book or game and then chat about it to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another Unbagging in the Nook. I'll be back again soon with another unboxing in the Nook video. Thanks again. Bye for now.